You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, we're going to talk about DEADSPIN because it seems that they are taking an opportunity now that Undisputed's ratings have dropped to, well, let's cancel Skip Bayless. Let's get rid of Skip Bayless. I'm sorry. My issue is, plain and simple, at no point when I see a Deadspin article now do I believe it's not about race, because that's the precedent that Deadspin has set. Now, this is the very same outlet that went after a 9-year-old boy wearing a Native American headdress, accused him of blackface. Now, the problem here, and Native American appropriation, keep in mind, this kid was Native American, and Deadspin is now getting sued, and they have completely tried to alter that article. All right, they've taken that picture that went mega viral off their website. That's calculated. All right, they're getting sued. They're trying to cover it up, and now they want Skip Bayless gone. Now, Undisputed ratings have fallen, but I think it's certainly correctable. When I tune into Undisputed, I really want to see two guys only. All right, two guys there in my camera. Skip Bayless and Michael Irvin. All right, I like Michael Irvin a lot. I like Skip Bayless a lot. They even bring up, the things that he said about Damar Hamlin. Oh, good God. Okay, anyway, something that literally did not bother me in the slightest. So they want to take this opportunity. Hey, Shannon Sharpe left, and that's why the show is now drawing 50,000 viewers. Now, as I pointed out in a video a couple of days ago, one of the things they've got a real issue with, and the article I used in that pointed out, they got an issue with the producers on there, no doubt about it. All right, they spent 22 minutes, I believe it was sometime last week, on a segment involving a run-of-the-mill NBA game they spent 22 minutes on and rerun a replay 42 times. Nobody's going to tune in for that. All right, so that's got little to nothing to do with Skip Bayless and has to do with the producers of the show. And if he was okay with doing that, they've got to have producers that can push back on Skip and say, this segment is trash. They ran other good segments, but they opened with that, and it took forever to get to the other good segments, like Justin Fields and potentially being traded to the Falcons. Hey, that's a good segment. That's something that people actually want to see. I would lean heavy into the NFL, no doubt about it, and I would clean up my segments. I would also decide which one of these host, Michael Irvin, Richard Sherman, or Keyshawn Johnson, should be on there permanently and be the only host going forward. All right? I personally speaking, it would be Michael Irvin for me, but I was a big fan of the playmaker back in the day. I've said he's my favorite wide receiver ever. He's in my top 5 favorite players, and I love Michael's passion. All right? And Michael does do something for these shows, or shows like First Take wouldn't want Michael on there. So that would be the first two big moves I'd make. So Deadspin, they want Skip Bayless gone now. Skip Bayless, Undisputed, has hit a dry spell since the departure of NFL Hall of Famer and current ESPN First Take analyst Shannon Sharpe. Bayless' new crew, which includes former NFL stars, rappers, and a highly respected media personality, hasn't been able to captivate the nation in the same manner Skip and Shannon did for so many years. But now we've seen Skip's vision for the new Undisputed, and it's time for Fox Sports and FS1 to grow a pair and reel Skip Bayless back in. Now, again, let's take a look at the producers. Let's take a look at a regular host before we do any canceling of Skip. To put it frankly, it's not working anymore, but in fairness, this show has become less irritating than watching ESPN pull strings on their puppet-leading competition on that other show Bayless once starred in. Though Stephen A. Smith and his merry band of misfits seems to have the right formula, especially since Sharpe jumped on board. Look, the ratings at First Take, I can't even act like they're not good. They're really good. They're really good. Last week, Bayless's show hit a new low since returning to the air for the start of the NFL season. The show attracted an average of just 50,000 viewers last Tuesday, February 27th, which was even lower than the re-air of ESPN's Get Up on ESPN2 that same day. That is bad. As ratings continue to dip lower and lower, FS1 just sits back and watches, all for the sake of appeasing their supposed, quote, golden goose, Bayless. How do we know that? We don't know that, all right? That's just speculation. Now we're through the NFL season and have some time to breathe before the NBA playoffs. FS1 needs to seriously take a close look at the network. Their 2 daily shows that start their live programming portion of the day, Monday through Friday, are programs that almost nobody cares about. The Craig Carton Show, leading into Undisputed, has been a disaster. Well, they used to have First Things First, leading into Undisputed, and that's turned out to be a pretty big ratings get. They no longer have that lead-in for Undisputed, so that's an issue right there. Carton's show on FS1 has always felt like it's on an island unto itself with no real connection to other shows in the daily lineup. When Sharp was still in the fold on Undisputed, even during the rift, towards the end, it was still a solid show that fans loved tuning into and chatting about online, even if most hated Bayless. See where we're going here? Sharp was the lone redeeming character of that partnership, and that's evident in how far Bayless has fallen over the past several months. We're not even a full year into the split of Sharp and Bayless, and Undisputed clear-cut winner has been crowned. Notice how this turned into a hit piece all of a sudden on Bayless, the most hated man in sports media. I argue Skip is the most entertaining guy on any of these shows. All right, we've got to remember, him and Woody Page were the Undisputed originals that launched First Take. And it was great. It was must-see TV every morning with Woody Page and Skip Bayless. The proof is in the pudding. As they say, Bayless expired long ago. There were reports dating back to the last summer that executives at Fox Sports were not happy with Bayless's decision to go with a rotating assemble of cast to replace Shay Shay. All that he did was copy Smith's recent First Take format and called it a day. I didn't like it either. Bayless was the number one guy for years and really helped get this whole debate genre of talk shows rolling, but at the end comes for all of us, and it's time for Fox to stop tiptoeing around the issue and make wholesale changes to the early morning block of programming. They can't continue to allow Bayless to control such prime viewing slot with little to no return. As a personality, Bayless is hated by most people you talk to, and that even goes for those who've had, quote, the pleasure of working with him. Okay, well, let's just stop right there. Who is Deadspin talking to? That would be my concern, because I would be willing to bet everybody that Deadspin talks to, I've got no relation with whatsoever. Like the opinions are going to be totally different. All right, I can only imagine the people that Deadspin is insulating itself around. But it goes so far beyond disliking the online personality, the on-air personality. Folks don't like the man Skip Bayless. Now, this deep dislike for Bayless isn't new, but after his comments following Damar Hamlin's collapse on the field in January last year has sent most over the edge. And I'm still confused as to what was supposed to have been everybody out of shape on that, but okay. I mean, I'll be called a racist for that. So people are just throwing that word around now like willy-nilly all over the place. But the point is, I don't think it's a coincidence that now the, woke Deadspin is taking this opportunity to try to cancel, and I'm going to keep it real here because, look, Deadspin, you set the precedent. You're trying to cancel the old white man off television now. Let's be real. You think you've got an opportunity, a door open? So we're going to step into it and see if we can get Skip Bayless, who's beloved, kicked the hell off the air. You didn't say anything about making changes to the show and keeping Skip. You wanted Skip gone. You want Skip gone. And I think it's pathetic that there is no show without Skip Bayless. All right? And if Skip Bayless became a free agent all of a sudden, he would get a job at the worldwide leader or anywhere else very quickly. Very quickly. I mean, my God, it's crazy to me. But here we are, Deadspin, doing it again. Doesn't shock me. Doesn't surprise me. Shouldn't surprise any of us. Going after the old white guy that's still talking sports. Again, make a couple of changes on the show and keep going. I bet you your ratings go back up, Skip. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.